Coming in hot, Chinchy, on a Friday, baby. How you doing?
Good. I'm like highly anticipating who won your family bowling outing last night. What is this called? The Casey Challenge?
Inconvenient, the Casey Family Inconvenience Bowling Classic 2, second annual.
Oh my
Sarah
goodness.
made shirts up. We got a trophy made up. It was me, Carly, and Sarah versus Andrew, Jake, and Jillian.
Wow.
And you know what? We won the first game. They won the second game. So it came down to
Oh, nitty gritty.
And dude,
The rubber match.
the man right here, I'm just going to say it. I shot a 183, bro. Basically put the team on my back. Said, guys, come with me to the promised land. Just only 2 open frames.
What?
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. I had 5 strikes, 3 spares, and 2 open frames as a 183. That's how incredible. Like, guys, the guy next to me, there was a guy next to me, dude. He had 3 like legit. The bowlers have different balls. Like you and I go to
Yeah. They got like a
AMC bowling. Yeah, dude, the ball spins. This guy 2 lanes next to us, dude, had 3 spinner balls. This guy was
ridiculous.
He put up a 231.
Wow.
I mean, that's incredible. That's why when you see Mookie Betts bowling a 300,
It's unbelievable.
let's go. That's incredible, dude. I just bowled the game of my life, dude. Sweating bullets, pitting out, 183, riding the rails. I literally was like, it was like Kingpin all over again. It was like, felt like Bill Murray.
How great is that movie, by the way?
Such a great classic.
That's one of the funniest movies ever. When he's with when he started the charity for single moms, and he makes the one mom the center. He's like, "Go deeper, Timmy, deeper." That is one of the raunchiest movies of all time.
It's so good, so good.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
hey, so we're in good spirits. Not everybody's in good spirits who might be a free agent in Major League Baseball right now. First, Johnny Heyman, our boy the Hammer, threw a tweet out there. I don't know if it was last night or 2 days ago, saying, "Do not expect very many, if any, signings until 2024." Right, which is pretty amazing. Usually, guys try to be done by then, I would guess. But now, here's the thing that got to me. I feel bad. Joey Votto, Joey Vetter, Eddie Votto.
Eddie Votto.
This is what Joey Votto said on the old X or Twitter. Being a free agent is like that scene from Gravity where Sandra Bullock detaches from the Explorer. You're all alone. No one is answering your calls, and you don't know if you'll get back to base. Your only hope is George Clooney saving you. Save me, George. That's a great.
Well, you know why it's even better?
You
know why it's even better? Because George Clooney's from Cincy.
Oh, no way. I wonder.
I believe. I believe.
Response.
Yeah, I believe. Double check that for me so I don't sound like an idiot, but I'm almost positive.
I think
George
you're right.
Clooney grew up in Cincinnati. Okay. His dad was a big radio guy there, I believe, or TV guy, and Clooney has big time roots there.
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking at this one thing.
Matter of fact, I know I'm right.
Wait, according to he was a freshman starter for the Augusta Independent High School baseball and basketball teams. Is that Cincinnati? If this is in the Cincinnati raised actor, and he wanted to play baseball.
And that's Clooney, right?
Yeah, Clooney.
Told you, dude. Told you. So Votto reaching out to Clooney is a good one. Because Clooney could actually save him. He probably has some big time connections. Maybe the Dodgers.
Clooney could actually pay him more than whatever contract. Clooney could pay him like $12 million a year just to hang out in like his Italian villa.
And drink Casamigos with him all day long.
Yes, drink Casamigos.
Randy Gerber, everybody. Everybody Casamigos, Joey Votto, George Clooney, everybody just let's get together, have Casamigos, and pay Votto to just go make him drinks all day.
Yeah, exactly. But
$12 million a year.
When we were talking about this earlier, you said you know the feeling Joey Votto has right now, don't you?
Dude, I know that feeling, man. Like I remember in 2008 when I was a free agent, I was just sitting there and no one's calling. It's the weirdest, it's the weirdest feeling. Like I remember calling my agent too and being like, hey, You heard from anybody? He's like,
Really?
no, no one's calling. No one's calling. So it definitely is a weird.
Lonely.
I think it's when teams. I think probably Heyman's right. After the New Year, everyone's taking Christmas break right now, or taking the holiday breaks.
Mhm.
After the New Year's, I think you'll start to see some dominoes fall.
Yeah. How stressed out are you though if you haven't signed with the team yet and you got like little kids or something and you got? I mean,
Well,
what's
yeah, it's stressful, dude. Like, especially if you're. I was fortunate because I'd made some money. I'd started for 10 years already. You know what I mean? So, like, if I had played or hadn't played in '08, I would have been okay.
Hmm.
Although I was 1 day short of 10 years, bro. I was 9 years,
Oh,
171 of service time, 172 is 10 years. So I needed
yes.
opening day.
Can you explain? I don't think everybody knows what that 10 years means. Like
Dude,
everything, obviously, but explain it to the.
that 10 years full pension. You know what I mean? So like in any profession you get, if you're getting a pension, whether you're a cop or a teacher, 20 years, 30 years, man, you want that pension,
Mhm.
and a half a pension is obviously 5 years, a full pension is 10 years. Now listen how difficult that is. It's 5% of guys that get drafted make the big leagues. Of those
Mhm.
5%, 17% played 10 years or more. So to
Yeah.
get to that 10-year mark, dude, is like just like a feather in your cap. It's a to say, man, you not only have you done it, you've done it at a level that not many in the human
Wow.
race have done it. So like
Yeah.
that 10-year mark is big. I know Todd Frazier's, I think he's like, I want to say he's
Yeah.
40 days short or
Right.
60 days short. And that's why he wanted to come back
Right.
to sign one more year to get to that 10. Now he didn't need it because he's made enough money. He's had a
Yeah.
great career. He's been to all-star games, won home run derbies. But when you look back at your career, when I look back at my career, I go, man, 11 plus years of service time,
Yeah.
12 years in the big leagues, like that means something. So I think that's big. And like Stu too. He's a lot of Stu.
He's always running up on me, man. You know what it is? There's a lot of birds out there today. Oh, he just jumped up to the window. So yeah, that's a good explanation.
So
Yes.
for no, and when I was circling back, for guys that aren't at that stage of their career, that might be off the bench guys, maybe right at their free agency, they're finally there and they're just not getting the looks they want. Yeah, it's an uneasy feeling, man, because you feel like you've earned the right to be a free agent. Where are the teams?
Right.
So, but for a guy like Votto, obviously he's made a gazillion dollars,
Yeah.
and he doesn't need another penny, but he would
That's a
probably
good
like to
point.
play one more year.
Yeah. All right. All right. Now to the there's the good, the bad, and the ugly here. This is ugly, man. This Hall of Fame voter, first of all, being absolutely crushed on social media, especially by the person he left off his Hall of Fame ballot's son. So this guy's name is Marcus Breton.
Right.
He puts his ballot out, which I appreciate. Everybody, if you're a voter, I want to see your ballot. I want to see it.
Right.
Don't be that guy who doesn't show your ballot and hides behind something. That's part one. Part two, this dude put his ballot out there. It's absolutely insane. Like there's a number of things behind this, but the one is like last year he voted for Manny and A-Rod. This year he didn't. So nothing's changed on that. So why take them off? It's not like there were more PED
Right.
things on that. That's part one. Part two, he left Gary Sheffield off the ballot. The reason that's important is because this is Gary's last chance, and
Right.
which already is ridiculous to me.
Right.
That it's his last chance. But secondly, he kind of clapped back at the people who were like, "How do you leave Gary off the ballot?" And he's like, "Oh, I can vote for him next year." No, you can't. And if you have that kind of power to be one of those voters, and you don't know the rules of what you're voting for, get off, get out. He should be a limit. He shouldn't be allowed. I don't mean to come down too hard on this guy, but I don't like the entire process in general. You, as a Major League Baseball player, have to have a feeling about how the Hall of Fame vote works.
I also feel like, I really do feel like players should be more involved in the voting too. Like I said, like we're talking to Billy Wagner last week, when you play against certain guys,
Mhm.
who the Hall of Famers are. Kurt Schilling it's a joke that Kurt Schilling's not in the Hall of Fame because of his political views. Like, this guy should be in the Hall of Fame because of his numbers. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
and I think, I think it is a big deal. And I know, I obviously know a lot of friends in the industry that are Hall of Fame voters, and they take it very, very,
Very
very seriously.
agreed.
Very seriously. So I would just say, if you are a Hall of Fame voter, this is a big deal for those players.
Mhm.
And if you have the key to the city there to change even people's lives moving forward. I mean, if you're getting to Cooperstown, your life changes as far as financially, it changes as far as so many different things, right? And just the status to know that you did it right. So I would just say, like, man, I really do feel like if you are a Hall of Fame voter, you really got to know the rules. You got to know what the voting looks like. And when I see ballots that don't have Gary Sheffield and Todd Helton on there, and I'm like, wow, that's incredible. But
Yeah.
like I said, for me, if Gary Sheffield doesn't get in the Hall of Fame, come on, let's
Right.
go. Like,
I agree.
let's clean it up. And I was with Jim Leland yesterday, and we were talking about Sheffield, and he said, hey, listen, go back. He's like, there was a 10-year period there where Gary Sheffield was the most feared hitter in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe until Pujols came along.
Mm-hmm.
But there was, you go look at it, dude. I mean, there was years there where you're like, this is the guy you don't want to face. And so then you look at his numbers: 292 career average, almost a 300 career hitter, to almost 2,700 hits, 500 home runs, longevity, 14, almost 400 more walks than strikeouts, Chinch. I mean, this guy was incredible. And listen, I played with him in 2007. He was one of my favorite teammates ever. He was quiet in the clubhouse. I know you sometimes feel like, well, Gary Sheffield quiet. Yeah, he was quiet. He was a guy that was up front. He was loyal as the day is long. And for anyone that's played with Gary Sheffield, they knew you knew he had your back too, So I don't know, man. Gary Sheffield for me is a Hall of Famer. He's at 55% of votes. So the votes are going up.
Yeah.
But I hope he gets to 75, man. And I hope they get it right. I hope they get it right. And that's the bottom line, because for me, Gary Sheffield's a Hall of Famer.
I 100% agree. One thing nobody really talks about, and you can probably explain this too. He did that 10-year period. He did that consistently and he was changing leagues and changing divisions. So every year he was playing. It's not like, is there something too, like, you play for the Reds, you're in that division, you kind of get to see guys more and more consistent. He was going AL, NL. He was going West Coast, Atlanta, and every year the numbers were the exact same. So he was seeing pitchers he had maybe never even faced on a yearly basis and going, 285, 33, and 115.
No, dude, that's a great point. You're exactly. That's not easy to do. And all the people that say, chefs come out to say staunchly, I never did any performance enhancing drugs. And I know there's the whole thing with the cream and his address on there or whatever. And he has there's a whole nother story about that. You can look that up.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, look at Gary Sheffield's body of work. His body never changed his whole career. And he never had that huge jump, 35 home runs to 70 or 35 to 60, 35 to 58. He never had that ever. His numbers were really, really consistent every single year. So if that's your reason you're not voting for Gary Sheffield, you really got to look at this and make sure that you're right. Yeah. You better make sure you're 100% right when you're not voting for a guy like Gary Sheffield and you think you have evidence. Because I know, and everyone knows, there's guys in the Hall of Fame that are in and that did performance enhancing drugs. There's no doubt about it, 100%. I don't care what anybody says. So they've said, well, there wasn't the total evidence. You know what? We all know. And we, guys know. And at the end of the day, so a guy like Gary Sheffield, I don't know, man. I just feel like he's a Hall of Famer. I played with him. I played against him.
I love it. And again, back to the end, you have a vote. You are judge, jury, and executioner. So just be responsible with it. And like you said, I'm not killing everybody that does this. We know Ken, we know Sherman. We know these guys spend the entire year and they are looking 3, 4, 5, 6 years ahead, and they're trying to make sure if they think a guy should be on, like how to get him in. Like, so respect to the guys who respect the process. No respect for the guys who do not respect the process. I think that's what we said.
Yeah. And also too, like for the guys that are voting for players because they don't like them, you need to stop that stuff. You need to look at the body of work. This isn't about feelings and stuff like that. This is about performance. This isn't the Holy Land. It's the promised land. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day. So like vote the guys in that need that deserve to be in. And I know, and also too, well, the last thing here, the reason Cooperstown is the greatest Hall of Fame in the world is because it's super, super hard to get in. You're not going to see guys like you maybe see in the NFL where 6, 7 guys go in. You're not seeing that. You know what I mean? So, you know, I understand the process. I understand that it's hard. I understand there's great players out there, but there are certain players that should be in that aren't in, not because of their baseball merits.
Hey, cheers to that, man. You're so good at this job, man.
Yeah.
No bowling today? Are you done with any of the family activities, or what do you guys?
No bowling today. What are we doing today? We're just hanging out. I just took a nice little walk. My son and daughter are doing that 75 hard. You ever seen that? No, dude, it's like 45. You have to do a 45-minute walk every day or a 45-minute workout outside. Okay. And then you have to do a 45-minute workout inside.
What?
Yeah, you have to drink, you know, a gallon of water a day. You have to read 10 minutes every day.
Okay.
And no alcohol, which obviously I've killed. My daughter's 18, so there's no alcohol there. My other son's 22, you know, so there could be, but it's like, so but it's called 75 hard. It's pretty cool. Andrew's already done it once. Carly's joining them to do it. So it's pretty cool. So I took a walk this morning. I was coming back and I see Andrew's like, hey dad, I go, do you doing your 45-minute walk? He's yeah, I got 35 minutes to go.
Wow. Should be listening. All right. If anybody's out there doing that, you got to listen and subscribe to the mayor's office on your 45-minute walk, and it'll.
That's right, dude. Yeah, exactly.
Down the line, right?
Exactly.
Right,
love it.
All
right, brother. Chinch, what do you got? Hey, Rob's back. Your brother's back in town.
Back in town.
I texted him last night. I said, congrats for being back.
Dude. Oh yeah. So psyched. We're psyched to have him back. And
that's great. Where's he living? He's living with your dad right now?
He's staying with my dad right now. But like he's already looking for places going out to Montauk, man. He's gonna live on the ocean. So we'll see.
On the end of the he deserves, bro. Just out in LA for like 55 years.
I know. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna see him a little later today. So it's gonna be great. Today's Friday, right? All right. It's
Friday. Let's go, dude. The weekend. Yeah. Have a great weekend.
Happy New Year, everybody. Too.
Oh, dude. Yeah. What are we gonna do? We'll figure out what we're doing for New Year. We'll probably see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Or maybe we'll pop one on New Year's Day. We'll see.
Never know.
Never know what's happening.
Yeah.
All right, Chinch. All right, bro. Love you, man. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for listening. See you next week.
See you.